And AI bias is a huge thing, and bias isn't always a bad thing, right? Like you would be biased for better health outcomes, right? So if you ask it a question and you wanted to learn how to be more healthy, well, it's going to give you a biased return on things that it knows have been, studied to improve your health, right? That's how it chooses one answer over the other. And so, but some biases are unconscious, right? Some biases are systemic, some biases are political. And so the people who create those models, right, it may come out. It may not even come out consciously where, a model shades this way or that way on a political scale, on what information is willing to access or reveal. And so, like you said, different companies may have different ways it wants to sway its or persuade its consumers, right? So you have to believe that Meta, right, would have a different thought process on what kind of answers it would return for certain questions with its Llama model than Claude or Anthropic, right, or Perplexity, right? Because that's how they differentiate. Otherwise, why are there so many different models? I think today they say there are between 2,000 and 5,000 different AI software out there on the market being sold today. That can be 100,000 in a year, right? And so it's like you got all these different models using all these different algorithms. What kind of impact assessment did we do? What kind of bias study did we do? Do we add a data sheet? Do we have a model card? Are we able to understand what we're getting ourselves into when we sign up to use that model for that specific workflow or research? Do we have to say, okay, it's a little bit weak over here when it comes to visibility on these things, so I'll use this model that's stronger, right? It's almost like don't use one, use multiple, because they kind of fact check each other and let them argue with why their, research was better. And then you come in and you say, hold on, guys, I'm going to figure this out here. Thank you for your work. It's time for me to go ahead and figure out what's reality, because we live in reality and they live on the internet and
Yeah.
in memory.
Yeah, it's you talked about how like these companies, for now there's open source models, right? But like Meta announced the other day that they're going closed source now. And I mean there's a lot of technology that's built off of Olama and everything like that. I couldn't name it, right? But I always see Network Chuck on YouTube doing something cool with Olama. But I mean, man, probably the only way to like prove any of it and actually even have any security around these things is to open source it. I mean, OpenAI was supposed to be open source, and then they saw the money and they're like, we want to be trillionaires.
Everybody likes money.
Yeah, it's a shame we need it, not a trillion, but
Yeah. It changes so much in terms of the projection, because you're like, well, hey, this cool new thing is getting ready to come. If we do it the right way, this can mean massive productivity, enrichment to our civilization. We can free up all kind of things. We can cure all kinds of diseases. We can fix all kinds of problems. We can make all kind of new discoveries. But will the profit motive destroy us before we're able to realize it? Right?